Hello, this is day 18, 1-8 out of 30 challenge, and I am trying to get out of my garage and go somewhere different. Today I was thinking we could talk a little bit about breathing. When we have our open try-its, we set up Alphorns, and then we have metal mouthpieces available that we can either spritz with antiseptic or wipe with alcohol swabs and disinfect them. So anyway, people can try out the Alphorns, and you always see folks take a great big lungful of air and then they blow it really, really loudly. Faces get red. They stop them before they blow a blood vessel. These are big amplifiers, so you don't need much air to make sound come out of it. And it's great if you can be relaxed. I've been able to be at a couple workshops with Stasia Forsyth Sienna, a teacher, a renowned teacher of the Alexander technique, which she learned decades ago to recover from a really bad car crash, and she's now pain-free, and she moves like I don't know, so gracefully. Even she has this tall stature, and she is just so aware of her body mechanics, and that's a big part of it, is being aware of your relationship, your mind, body, how you're holding yourself. And it's helped me a lot, even though I'm still a bit of a hunchback. At least I catch myself and I'm aware. She's taught me how to what the feeling is supposed to be like to have the shoulders back and down. That gives you the best lungful. Our lungs, of course, our diaphragm is so big and so three-dimensional. It's not just here, which is how I always used to breathe, and it brought a lot of tension and anxiety. And I've since learned that you have diaphragm on your sides, your back, your lower belly. So something that I discovered playing Alphorn, because I did get so much anxiety, and even I'd almost feel a little bit faint if we were doing like these Albertis, da 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 da. And I'm like, where do I breathe? How do I do this? They coached me to take a really proper breath, fill up, and then keep going. But I'm still a sipper. I'm still an air sipper, and I'll take little bits, and then I'll find myself with too much carbon dioxide, So during a rest, I'll let it all out. But one fun thing I discovered is the guppy breath, where I actually push my belly out when I take a breath. So I'm breathing and I'm consciously pushing my belly button out, just like that fish with a big abdomen, your first fish in your aquarium probably. And so if I draw in from down here and I actually push it out with muscles, and it's become pretty natural. And the carryover is that walking, hiking, bicycling, instead of getting a stitch in my side or kind of hyperventilating, I still do that. I just consciously, when I'm really lacking breath, I'm consciously pushing out my abdomen to draw air as far down as possible. So that's helped me a lot. But getting back to that Alexander technique, what she taught us in workshops is to, of course, you plant your feet like this, and I'll tell you, at rehearsals, they're an hour in snow and an hour and a half the rest of the year. And I'd be sitting there like this. This is me traditionally, ever since I was a kid. I'd throw my hip out, and not anymore. If I catch myself doing it, I stop. If I catch myself crossing my knees, sitting down, I stop. So it's made me so much more aware of what I should be doing. And so you basically square yourself so that you've got even weight. Hey, if you need to use a stool, we have folks with folding stools. My dad used to really rely on one, and they're marvelous. So, but regardless, sitting down or standing up, you're still using the same basic idea, squaring your legs, shoulders back and down, and then you sort of feel, you know, like you're on a gimbal or something, where your 8-10 pound bowling ball of a head is positioned. And when you feel like it's balanced, that's the time you either draw the horn to you or walk up to it. Regarding what to do with those arms and hands, so many different ways to hold an Alphorn, to hold it up. A lot of times when we're resting, we might do this if we don't have a tripod, or we just set it down on the tripod. Lots of Europeans, I notice, they never seem to have tripods. They just, you know, put it on a rock or something like that. But I stood mine up against a tree last weekend, and the wind took it down, and my friend did some repair on my veneer connection. So it's nice to have a stand. What was I saying? Okay, how to hold the arms. It's not like this, because of course you're cramping your lungs, you're causing tension, and it sure isn't wings spread like this, because that's crazy. That's tension in your shoulders and neck. So it's more like a 90-degree, holding it like that. Did I miss anything? Oh, when you take a breath, it's great to keep your lips, your embouchure, on the mouthpiece. I strive to do this still. You're keeping your mouth in position, and then it's better to breathe through your mouth, because you just can take in so much air rather than your nose. So how do you do that? Your mouth's on the mouthpiece. You're breathing through the corners of the mouth. Try to inhale quietly. So I think that's it. Before I play, rose scented flavored Vaseline. I find tubes of chapstick everywhere, and thank goodness, because I always seem to need it, and I'm always missing one. So anyway, let's see. We'll do some warm up. Anyway, I think I'll practice some more, but I'll say bye-bye to you.